Let's go ahead and collect some Mumbo tokens. What all is over here? We have a Waza. We'll go ahead and just avoid Waza, so we don't want to tick her off. See her cutscene. I suppose we're going to see her cutscene, but luckily I know how to skip text. I did not know how to do that when we LP'd Banjo-Kazooie. She comes back out. Alright, cool. There's nothing important up here. I'll come back here to get Jiggies later, though. Even though we can only get the first racing Jiggy now. We'll have to come back for the other one once you get Turbo Trainer, because I don't think that one's possible to win. Like Mr. Vile, you can reasonably beat Mr. Vile without the Turbo Trainers. I do not think it's possible to beat Boggy in his second race, and if you can, it's some sweet like speed running shit. You want us to take you back to the kids? I didn't plan on going over there just yet. Let's go ahead and just kill more racist ice cubes, because I don't know what my health situation's looking like. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And there we go. Now we can continue up here and get some notes. So how many notes will we have by the end of this? If I had to guess, maybe 75 notes? Because there's quite a few, since there's one on every single patch of the scarf. So we're getting near the end of the level in terms of notes, and once we get all the notes in the level, it's fine if we like die or something, because then we don't have to worry about it resetting, since note counts reset in N64 Banjo-Kazooie. That was changed in the Xbox 360 version, probably among other things that are unknown to me due to my having not played it. And holy shit, was it exactly 75? Man, that was a good fucking guess. Let's go ahead and find somewhere we can safely dismount the snowman, not have to worry about his rotundness screwing us over. I think there's water beneath us, which... Oop. Please, controller, work with me. There we go. We can do the ground pound glitch. Oh, nice! And we fall into just a perfect spot of land instead of landing in the cold water that would have injured us. That worked out very well in our favor. We don't need to take Walrus transformation outside of the level, so we're good to go ahead and become it whenever we want, since we're going to... Well, actually, let's do everything we can do as not Walrus first, which I think we're actually running out of things that we can do as not Walrus. Because obviously we need to do Boggy's race as a walrus. Well, I guess obviously, like you might know, Boggy has 2 races we need to do. His first one, you race him using a sled that you can only use as a walrus. This transformation for this level being a small walrus. And the other race you need to be Banjo-Kazooie, and that's the second harder race that we need Turbo Trainers, a power move, depending on how you look at it, from the next world, which is interesting because there's only two instances in this game where it's needed. The intentions are of needing it. In previous levels, there's only 2 places in the game, and they're both the same move, which is interesting. Because there's like Turbo Trainer that makes you go faster, and you need it for both this and a thing in the previous level in Bubble Goop Swamp to beat Mr. Vile. You don't need it to beat Mr. Vile, but you know, it helps. It helps being able to go faster because that guy has rubber band AI and will start moving super fast if you're not careful. Yeah, because I think we've done everything we can do in the level up to this point. The only thing that I can think that we didn't do is we didn't drop off the presents with the kids. So I'm not sure if the amount of presents you have will stick when you leave a level. So we may need to come back to Mumbo to un-walrus ourselves, because I'm not sure if we'll be able to give away the presents as a walrus. I'm actually not even sure if the walrus can leave the level now that I think about it. Banjo got all fat, got big teeth, her. Mumbo got a kick out of that one. God, I love Mumbo. Yeah, 'cause I'm not sure if the walrus would be capable of making it up the inclines. because typically the transformations aren't affected by the inclines. Like that was like basically the only power the ant had for us, was it wasn't infected by the incline, so we were able to get up Ticker's Mound without issue. I'm not sure if the same thing applies to Walrus Banjo. But oh well, I suppose we'll find out in a hot second, because we're about to, I guess we could do the race and make our way over there. I'm just going to explore the water a little bit. I'm missing 4. Now we'll explore when we're dead, because I think also, now that I think about it, the last notes might be up here. Yep, there they are. Oh, is that only 2? Nope, there's 4. Cool, cool, cool. Yep, so we are all good in the hood. If we were to die now, it'd be just peachy keen. We wouldn't have to worry about not having the, having to collect the notes again. Skip the text, and let's go ahead and race Boggy. You don't just jump on it? Okay, I was just doing a bad job jumping on it. Gotcha. Okay, so I mentioned Mr. Vile had rubber band AI, but so does Boggy. So the best way to do this race is to just kind of chill behind Boggy, not fall too far behind, because this is the kind of race that if you fall too far behind, he'll just kick you out like, oh, there's no way you could possibly win. So you just want to stay close to Boggy, just a little bit behind him. It's so funny because this is like, I guess maybe just like they couldn't think of like a decent way to make the AI for this. Because if you make a move at a set speed, it basically just becomes a time trial and not an actual race. So I guess when they were like, oh, we could have a move at a set speed, or we could have it be a variable speed depending on how well you're doing, aka rubber band AI. They were like, well, we'll do this and make it more interesting, which ultimately makes it become a problem, because if you Rambo it, like I can move much faster than him, but that could cause us trouble. So we're just gonna chill behind him for a little bit, and by a little bit I mean we're coming up to the end, and I normally do it here because I like to jump over him on that incline, decline was the word I was looking for. And then we can just go ahead and beat him, because as you can see, he's speeding up just a little bit, but we got him at that point. Not a problem. His first race is very easy, but if you start waxing him too hard, it could cause some trouble for you. And the next race is just even worse about that. It's a big problem. Well, I mean, it's not like oh, it's a big problem. It's such a detractor to this game. But it just sucks, because if you race as hard as you can, oh, I can't skip this text. That's interesting. It's just if you play that straight and rush as hard as you can, that could be a problem. What was I looking for? What word am I looking for? What I was trying to say though is it's interesting because Tui does the exact same thing. So either people didn't realize what was going on and didn't complain about it back then, because it was the 90s, so people didn't complain like they used to. Millennials these days, but like we didn't have the means of feedback that we did back then. So maybe people didn't get the complaints, or maybe people didn't understand what was going on with that, because I didn't know that until a couple of years ago when I learned about rubber band AI and that kind of garbage. Oh, there's an ice cube back here, and just because we've been collecting all of them, let's go ahead and just collect this stupid one-up, even though we don't need it. Just wait for the racist ice cube to get out of our way, and we'll collect it. We've been full up on lives for quite a while. Was the model freaking out? Let me move towards the camera. Okay, just the way he's bobbing, it was it looks like it was moving at a weird frame rate, even though I have not dropped any frames, and my frame rate has been steady in the emulator as well. I thought the model was messing up for a second. But now that we've been into Waz's cave as a walrus, we can get back in as a Banjo, which will be nice, because A, we had to become Banjo to deliver the Christmasu presents. God, I always love an anime when they say Christmas. It's just so pleasant to hear Christmasu. I don't know why. Normally don't get such a kick out of weird little well, I was about to say I don't get a kick out of weird little anime things like that, but hell yeah I do. I love stupid little anime things, but I don't know, just hearing Christmasu, Christmas in Japanese essentially, it's it sounds nice. It's pleasant to the ear. I think that was all we needed to do as a walrus, so we should be good. For a second, I was like, there's a word that rhymes with walrus I could use there to make a nice little saying, isn't there? But if there is a word that rhymes with walrus, it's not coming to my mind. Walrus... Papyrus? My friend, the skeleton from Undertale? I don't know. Shit. Did not major in words. Oh my god, this, God, what are these stupid boots called? Wading boots? like, no, that's not what they're... God, they probably have a boring name. I think those ones have a boring name, like they're just like the wading boots or something like that. How are we doing on the jiggies for this level? 7. Okay, that's good, because we need to go get the, we'll get one for delivering the Christmas presents to Baki's children, and then we'll get another from collecting the last Jinjo in Waz's cave. So we are looking good. I'm not sure if there's a nice way to get over there. This is probably the easiest way. Just go ahead and come over here. And my throat actually is feeling a little bit better, oddly enough. So we may go ahead and play a little bit of Gobies. And by that I mean if I'm going to start Gobies, we're probably going to finish it. We're coming up on hour 3 of the stream, and I was thinking we'd probably be playing for maybe 3 or 4 hours. So I guess we're going to err on the side of 4 hours. I'll go ahead and just come in here, because otherwise the next stream is going to be very long, because we're going to have to, you know, do everything again. We'll go ahead and look at a nice ice key that we can have, etc., etc. Now I'm trying to remember what the actual phrase is. Here's a nice ice key that you can have. Is that it? It might be it. I feel like there's a bit more to it. I can never remember it. Like, the cheats for this game are so good that you go punch in and the Treasure Trove Cove sandcastle, like Banjo begs for more eggs. That one rules. It's such a good cheat. Wishy-washy Banjo, of course. I'm not sure if that's actually the cheat, if it's just wishy-washy Banjo, or if that's just what people call Washer Banjo. Did we get to see Washer Banjo in the LP? I think I might have shown off the cheat for it, but I don't know if Washer Banjo happened naturally over the course of episodes. Now here's Boggy's children. Oh, that's interesting. In the next game, they have a slightly modulated version of this noise. They all make this noise, kind of honky noise, but I think they make that weird honk thing. But they like kind of have like additions to it. Like one of them becomes the fat one because, you know, cartoon characters and fat shaming. And that one, like, I think becomes a bit deeper, and they add burps into it. I think the one with the pink hat is the girl. I'm not sure. Like, there's nothing about these characters. Like, they're Huey, Dewey, Louie. Like without future knowledge, how would I know one becomes the fat one and one becomes the gamer who just wants to play games all day, and one becomes the girl? How would I ever know? Well, I guess I say Huey, Dewey, Louie, but at that point you have a Webby in the mix. And then, we done this level? I think we're done with this level for now. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's go ahead and leave this level. And I promise, I have DuckTales on the brain for more reasons than the reboot happening currently. Like, there was, like, episodes 2 and 3, or 3 and 4, I'm not 100% sure if the pilot episode was supposed to be considered one episode or not, what the deal was. Did I ever hit the witch switch? I'm not sure if I hit the witch switch in that level. I'm just gonna go back in before I forget. Let's just hop back in there and hit the witch switch. Otherwise, I will forget, and it will be gone forever. Hopefully, I haven't gotten any, like, warnings on my computer. I don't know how large this recording is going to be on my computer. This is a new computer, so I still had, like, 400 gigs of space left on my main hard drive. Damn, we're gonna have to kill the stupid snowman again, aren't we? Huh, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, it makes sense, but the reason why I only have, like, you know, a couple hundred gigs left on my computer is I have a 500 gig solid state drive as my like main hard drive, and then I have like, you know, storage like hard drives. Solid state drive doesn't have a ton of space, so I'm recording straight to the solid state drive to get those nice write speeds. Okay, cool. I did hit the which switch. I just wasn't 100% sure. I don't know why I just had to justify the amount of space on my hard drive. Not like anyone like questioned it or anything. It was just like I immediately felt defensive about it. Oddly, I guess just because I mentioned I had a new computer, and then like all of a sudden I'm being a Scrooge for space, a Scrooge McDuck, even since we keep going back to the DuckTales stuff. But you guys know I'm the big DuckTales boy. Even before the reboot, we're always talking about smarter than the smarters and tougher than the toughies. So I love like Scrooge McDuck like characters. It's one of the reasons why Wario is like my favorite Nintendo character, since he's kind of like their Scrooge. Although, you know, Wario is more Scrooge than like Scrooge has got that kind of tsundere. Like Wario's just got that soon, you know. Soon, yeah.